Hey guys, this is Adenugu. I'm back again. I hope you guys had a wonderful day. Yeah, sorry I haven't made a video in a while. As always, I've been stressed with work. I come back from work, I'm so exhausted. But anyway, as always, follow me on Facebook, on filtered-adenugu, or on Instagram, baby do okay, or YouTube. I haven't even really been posting on my YouTube page, which is Adenugu Unfiltered too, because I feel like my followers are more on Facebook and Instagram. I think I need to start posting back more on my YouTube page. But anyway, so today we're actually going to talk about, breadwinners in families. So the question of today is, are men still the breadwinners in families, or have women taken over and men still take the credit, even though a lot of women now are the breadwinners within their family? So that's what we're going to talk about. I've been meaning to talk about this topic for so long, but I've been so busy. So today we're going to talk about it. So, in my opinion, I feel like men stopped being the breadwinners during our grandparents' generation. And growing up, you know, everybody know, y'all know that everybody knows that I was born and raised in the village. So growing up, I saw. Okay, hold on, let me back up. So growing up, our parents told us, especially our mothers, were raising us as girls, and they've always said to us, "Oh, you will marry a man that is financially stable, that will take care of you financially." That's always an advice they give to women, to marry men that will take care of them financially. But then, I got older and I started looking back and I'm like, so they give us all this advice about marrying a man that takes care of us financially, but many of them are married to men that they are taken care of financially and taken care of in all the areas you could ever imagine. Like, I'll use my parents as an example. My mom was a civil servant. She was a teacher for years. I mean, she retired as a teacher. She has always been teaching before I was even born. So she retired as a teacher. My dad he worked at ESBS in Enugu back when we were in Nigeria. And both of them basically are civil servant, employees or whatever. So you all know how in Nigeria sometimes people get paid, 6 months after, or 1 month after their salary is never on time. So many people don't depend on their salary back home. So growing up, my mother was a teacher, my mother was a farmer, my mother was selling Coca-Cola. My mother was like, she had so many multiple, like too many side hustles that she did to support the family. My dad only worked at his, regular job, and that's all. He did nothing else. So as a result, my mom supported us financially. But the thing is that when we come outside, the story is that my dad is paying our school fees, my dad is doing this, he's the breadwinner, he's doing this. Like, people will say to me, like my friends back home, like, they'll say to me, "Oh wow, you have a master's degree, you have, bachelor's, two bachelor's degrees and all that stuff. Wow. Oh, your father tried a lot for you. He paid all your father basically, he has tried to train all 6 of you guys through university. He has tried." But I'm like, no, my mother tried. My mother did all these things, not my father. But, you constantly see the culture where men are constantly praised for women's hard work. Like, even in America, my mom made more than my father. She was the breadwinner within the family. And I look around me, like my aunties, everybody is married to men that they're taken care of financially. They're all breadwinners in their family. Many of them are married to men that don't even have a job. So they're taking care of these men. So my thing is that, and then you come to America, there's some of us here in America, both our parents, the mom is an RN working her butt off, like hours, working her butt off just to put food on the table for her children. And then the men are like maybe taxi driver, because many of them come to America, they feel like their pride won't let them start afresh, like in terms of going back to school, learning a new career or something. They're like, do you know who I am? I used to be the professor of this, or doctor medicine and a lawyer, attorney this back home. So they don't know that one thing, when you come to America, you have to humble yourself and start afresh. So many of them, because of pride, they refuse to go back to school to get a new career. So the women are the ones carrying the family. Some of them, they're just driving taxi driver back when taxi driver was the thing. Or some of them, they're going back and forth to Nigeria talking about, oh, I'm doing business in Nigeria. They're gone for months, and the woman is here struggling, trying to pay the mortgage, trying to raise the children all by herself. So I feel like a lot of women, when I look around me, majority of family that I know today, the women are the ones supporting the family financially, and the men are not. I'm not saying that this applies to every family. There's always exception, but I feel like the increase has drastically, women becoming the breadwinner has drastically increased during our parents' generation compared to, and then even compared to our grandparents' generation. And I just feel like we need to start giving women credit. You go back home, who do you see in the market? It's mainly women hustling. Some of them are pregnant. They have baby tied to their back. They have this one. They're trying to sell this. They're trying to do this just to provide for their family. Some of us have fathers that you go to, oh, Papa, they ask us for school fees. They say, go and ask your mother. And that's all. So our mother is the ones that are gonna struggle to find our school fees or do something for us financially, buy us clothes and all that stuff, and then the men are taking the credit, and that's the reality we live in. So my question is, do you think that men are still breadwinners in our society today, or do you think women has taken over? Many of us know that. I personally think that women have been running family financially and other ways around, and men are taking the credit. All right, let me know what you think. Bye.